Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you this afternoon, and I do have my light on or whatever for the dining room or whatever in my house. So basically, I'm returning to you for an album review. This is going to be a rantish album review, of course, for Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss album review that I never got a chance to check out, which I know it came out back on November 4th. I just didn't want to listen to it at the time. But now that I've listened to it, I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album of theirs, this 1 hour long album, and let you know my thoughts on this hour long album that I listened to for all 16 tracks on this Drake and 21 Savage Her Loss. So let's dive into this album review. Now it starts with Rich Flex, and off the bat, this is garbage. It's just weak production and mixing, and just Drake sounding like a grandpa rapper, in my opinion. Also mumbling too some of the time, and it's just like, dude, you're basically going slow with your rapping, then you're going fast. It's like he alternates from different things and doesn't decide what to stick with his rapping. And 21 Savage is just rapping like an idiot, honestly. He's saying 21, 21 kind of shit, and every time he raps something, he has to say 21 afterwards, and it's so retarded, honestly, in my personal opinion. So, 2 out of 5 for Rich Flex. Even the mixing, and there was a melody they took from a song that I wasn't connecting with, but still the song was bad, so 2 out of 5. Major Distribution was piss poor bad. I hated this song. The mixing was awful. Um, there were some moments in the album that did have some good mixing, but other than that, and the production was solid, but still the lyrical content for this whole album is what drags this album and makes it so boring and lifeless that you just don't want to listen to it again. So 1.5 out of 5 for Major Distribution. Even the melody changes at a certain moment in the song, and I'm like, this is garbage. On BS, which means on bullshit or whatever, and sorry about that ding, that's my phone or whatever. Basically, on bullshit was a pretty bad song. It's just Drake and 21 Savage rapping in this song, and it's not very good. So I was really disappointed with this track. And for the love of God, I'm like, please get through this out. I'm just praying. I'm like, I hope I get through this album with my sanity intact. Because the songs were not doing very well. So 1.5 out of 5 for On BS. It wasn't a good song in my opinion. It was just garbage. Uh, number Track number 4 is Back Outside Boys, and it's just Drake rapping in this song, and it's not good at all. He does some mumble-ish parts in the song with his mumble rapping, and it's not very good. And he tries to rap fast in this song, and it's failing big time. It's not impressing me too much, so 2 out of 5. Privileged Rappers was garbage. I fucking hate this song. It just wasn't good. Um, it was just both 21 Savage and Drake rapping in this song. There are some other songs where 21 Savage and Drake are rapping separate songs, but other than that, wasn't a huge fan of this song. So 1.5 out of 5. Spin About You. Um, the title alone sounds stupid, honestly. It's just ridiculous how bad this album is getting. So 2 out of 5. Hours in Silence was a disappointing track, unfortunately. There is some mumbling that I've heard in the background. Not in the background, but Drake starts singing normally, and it's just so lazy and boring that I just don't connect with it. but basically the rest of the album, it gets worse than this. Of course, the first half is not very good, and that's not a good thing. Because you want to have an album that is very consistent to its sound. This is very inconsistent with its sound. So it's not really impressing me. So 2.5 out of 5. The singing from Drake is not bad. The production and mixing is not bad. But it's just the lyrics on this whole song that's really bumming me out and boring me. And some of Drake's singing, some of the time, can get lazy and boring, depending on the areas in the song. Treacherous Twins was disappointing too. It's just Drake repeating Treacherous Twins or whatever lyric he's singing about twins, and he's repeating it a few times. It's annoying as hell and very repetitive, so 2.5 out of 5. I wasn't a fan of this song. Circo Loco has that thing from the Daft Punk song One More Time, and I'm like, oh wow, they just stole from a very popular artist that unfortunately broke up, which is a shame because I really like Daft Punk, but they did what they had to do, unfortunately. I guess they wanted to go on their separate music careers, do separate things with their music careers, but this song was garbage, honestly, and I didn't like that Drake and 21 Savage had to rip off from Daft Punk's melody One More Time, and they repeated the lyric one more time. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm just like, this is flat out an atominously bad, or abominously bad, or abysmally bad is what I was trying to say. It's just a garbage album so far. So 2 out of 5. Pussy and Millions, title says it all. It's cringe. It's garbage. Travis Scott is in this song. The Houston tragedy person that was responsible for the Houston uh, tragedy and all that. I'm trying to think of the right word to say it, so please forgive me. He's never gonna live that down, unfortunately, and I'm not gonna forget about it because it literally happened. People went crazy over one song and started running up to the stage, and then they started crushing people and all that, and it was pretty horrible. So yeah, you can definitely go look up that article, and it's the Houston tragedy thing or something like that. But basically, Pussy and Millions was a horrible song. I didn't even like Travis Scott's auto-tune rapping in it. It was garbage, in my opinion, and he's a garbage rapper as of now. Because I did like that song from Tenet that he did 2 years ago, but after that, after what I heard about him, I don't like his music. So, yeah, 1.5 out of 5. Broke Boys was really painfully bad. Didn't like this song, so 1 out of 5. Middle of the Ocean, 2 out of 5 for me. It's not a very good song, but it's just cringe, honestly. Drake's just doing this whole song by himself, of course. He's rapping it by himself. And it runs almost to 6 minutes long, and it's so boring. So 2 out of 5. Jumbotron Shit Poppin' is the most garbage song I've heard on this album. And I'm giving it a 1 out of 5. There's some moments where I like certain sections in the song with Drake singing, but other than that, the lyrics are abysmally bad, and this song is hot garbage. More M's was pretty bad too. Pretty much all the songs are bad. That's all I can say about this album. All the songs are very bad. So More M's is getting a 1.5 out of 5. 3 a.m. in Glenwood. It just has 21 Savage rapping in it, and it's so annoying, honestly. I can't stand it. So 1.5 out of 5. And the final track is called I Guess It's Fuck Me. I'm like, where are they coming up with these titles? The Pussy in Millions was cringe. Spin About You was cringe with the title alone, and it just throws off a cringe vibe to some listeners like, oh wow, so they're making a trap song about Spin About You and Pussy in Millions, and I Guess It's Fuck Me. Those titles alone throw a cringe vibe to me already, even though I didn't listen to the song at the time. I just don't like this song. The worst closing track on here, so 2 out of 5. Overall, production, mixing, and execution wise, Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss album, was complete horseshit. It was garbage. I will never listen to it again. And I was really disappointed because some productions on here were solid, but other than that, the production and mixing had some solid cuts. Not great cuts, but then there was one mixing problem, and I think it was More M's, if I remember correctly. The mixing got really wonky and off, and all that, and it was just off-putting to me to where I was cringing at it, like, oh god, this is horrible. The mixing got really bad for that song. Can't remember what song, but I think it was More M's, if I remember correctly. So, basically, overall, in my opinion, I think Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss, was a piece of garbage album. Fuck this album. I won't be returning to this album at all. And for a score for me, I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 10 for Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss. Like I said, fuck this album. It is not worth coming back to. I highly don't recommend you guys check this album out because you'll be in for a painful listen. In my personal opinion, I don't like this album, but if you do like it, more power to you. Feel free to listen to garbage music like this for all I care. But that's just my opinion. And I know it sounds mean, but it's just what I think. So, yeah. But anyways, comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the Drake and 21 Savage album, Her Loss, if you've listened to this album that came out back on November 4th of 2022. And if you did enjoy this album review I did for you guys, it's a rantish album review for Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss. Comment below and let me know what you guys thought of this album review. And I probably will title it, abbreviate it in a certain title, and decide what to title it, of course. So, tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can. Support the channel. Sorry that my hair is messy too as well. I forgot to take a shower yesterday, but I will be taking a shower later today, for sure. But I will be returning to you for more reviews in due time. I'm gonna check out I did listen to Lil Nas X Star Walking, and I will be reviewing that in due time. So definitely tune into that track review, because I do want to check it out and review it in due time. So sorry for the lengthy review as well. I just kind of had to get some rantish stuff, which I didn't really rant too much. I just called it shit, garbage, abysmally bad, and other things like that. So, yeah, I didn't really rant in this review like I know I was going to, but I just hated this album. And that's my personal opinion. And if you don't agree with it, you can dislike and leave. So, yeah. But still, stay safe. Take care, guys. Sorry for pausing for a moment. I just lost my train of thought on what I was going to say. There will be more track reviews coming out soon and another end of the year video. So, with that being said, hope you enjoyed this album review for Drake and 21 Savage, Her Loss. Stay safe. Take care, guys. And as always, I will see you in my next review.